ॐ नमो नारायणाय। ॐ नमो नारायणाय। ॐ नमो नारायणाय। ॐ नमो नारायणाय।
श्रीमान् वेङ्कटनाथार्यः कवितार्किककेसरी वेदान्ताचार्यवर्यो मे सन्निधत्तां सदा हृदि।
रामानुजदया पात्रम् ज्ञानवैराग्यभूषणम् श्रीमद्वेङ्कटनाथार्यम् वन्दे वेदान्तदेशिकम्।
சீரொன்று தூப்புல் திருவேங்கடமுடையான் பாரொன்றச் சொன்ன பழமொழியுள் ஊரொன்று தானே அமையாதோ தாரணியில் வாழ்வார்க்கு வானேரப் போமளவும் வாழ்வு.
श्रीमान् वेङ्कटनाथार्य कवितार्किककेसरीम् वेदान्ताचार्यवर्यो मे सन्निधत्तां सदा हृदि। रामानुजदया पात्रम् ज्ञानवैराग्यभूषणम् श्रीमद्वेङ्कटनाथार्यं वन्दे वेदान्तदेशिकम्। திருவேங்கடமுடையான் பாரொன்று சொன்ன பழமொழியுள் ஓரொன்று தானே அமையாதோ தாரணியில் வாழ்வார்க்கு வானேர போமளவும் வாழ்வு.
So we are talking about Yo Naraha, the last two words in the first half. So Yo Naraha. So the Yo Naraha is given the meaning here. Of course, the previous paragraph we were understanding this as our body health, our body's health, body's richness, we say. Sampattihi. Sampattihi is richness. Vichitra Deha Sampattihi. To remain healthy, it is a boon in our human life. Noyatra Varve Kurevatra Shelvam. The most greatest wealth, double superlative. Most greatest wealth for us is health. Health is wealth. And therefore, why it is for? Why the Lord gives us the health, grants us the health, to submit it again back. Submit it back to Him. Ishwaraya Niveditam. That's what we saw in the last paragraph. And the word Naraha, the meaning a human being, a man, a person, is significant because it is a useful word. The words do not stop as Yaha, who. The word who can mean anything, any living being. Yaha in Pullingam, masculine gender, Anpal, can denote anybody, anyone, animal, insect, anything, any living being. So we are not talking about animals because they have the animals are less intelligent according to us. They have no sixth sense. And today we are talking about seventh sense. Now So Naraha, the human being, is capable of thinking. The thinking capacity lies in us, and therefore Naraha is very important. So again we saw that in the previous paragraph, that doesn't mean it excludes gods. So it includes gods. Gods are also in the form of human beings, but they are not human beings. They have more powers, that's all. More powerful human beings, that's all. Not very powerful or not most powerful. Then again, the Nara, the word Nara, denotes that those people who live in earth where they are supposed to follow the discipline of action. Karma bhumi katarana. The Bharata Desha in which we live, the country, nation India, is called Karma Bhumi, an earth for action, meant for action, an earth meant for action. This is the Punya Bhumi, the meritorious land. Doing any action on earth here will benefit the whole world, the whole universe, all the other 13 worlds also. And it also helps Vaikuntham. It gives benefits to the Swarga also, the heaven where 33 crores of gods remain. It assists even the hell where god of death is there. And you have another world of serpents, snakes. So the action performed on earth will benefit all Nagalokaha, Patala I told them, of course, I am distinctly saying Patala Lokaha, but because it is already included in the 7 lokas, first 7 lokas, first 7 words. Therefore, how would you benefit? How would the action sacrificial? It is an example given by Kalidasa in his Raghuvamsha, the first canto, because the sacrifices of fire are performed on earth. The gods in the heaven are propitiated, and in turn, Indra and other gods, especially Varuna, give back the benefits, give back what they received as rains and so many other benefits. Varuna especially is praised for the rains. He is a rain god. So rains are very important for crops, and thereby crops grow in rich form. And that is why we say paraspara upakara. The mutual help is there. I cannot quote immediately Raghuvamsha, but easily it is understood in the first canto, within the first 40 verses. It is a Swayam hi adhatte ravihi. There are some words like Swayam hi adhatte ravi. And it gives back in the form of rain. So this is not, this Nara, the word Nara, also points out there are the people who have right to do perform action on the earth. Karma bhumikatarana uchita adhikarigalai. Then devadigal. The gods are also included under the word Nara. So again, and please remember, though nobody is excluded from the word Nara, though some are qualified, some in this world, among our human beings, our society, are better than all others in the sense that they are controlled by Shastras, sciences, which they have studied. And since they follow scrupulously the rules of science of our heredity, then we have those people also are included here. Because there is no necessity to include them when they are perfect already. They are all perfect, and therefore we need not include them generally. But this Nara is very, very comprehensive term that it includes everyone. So again, we go to the next paragraph. Now, this is again rather anonymous statement of if I can say anonymous statement, meaning yaha naraha, yo naraha, yaha naraha, meaning yavanuru naran, meaning it doesn't particularly point out to somebody specifically. It generally says anyone. Yaha is anyone. So it can be a god, it can be a Uchita Adhikari, a rightful person, it can be what you call Shastra Vashya, who is controlled by the Shastras, who follow the rules better than others. And then it also includes all people, gods especially. Now please remember this. We added Susvaste, Site to everything. For example, in three expressions, we added susvaste stite, meaning saying manasi stite susvate. It is in the three consecutively. There are three words: stite, manasi, susvate. But again, please read Rajagopalan Swami. Sharire stite susvaste.
Okay. Sharire stite.
Again, third expression. Dhatu samye stite susvaste.
Okay. Manasi
This is how
stite
we.
okay.
See, your mind should be in the right form. Your body should be in the right form, and your hormone must have balance.
Okay.
Dhatu is hormone. So Yavanuru Naran. Now Yavanuru Naran doesn't. Though I said it's a comprehensive term, it includes everybody. It can include everybody, but that doesn't include. That's the problem here. That is the beauty here. Then who is qualified? Is it Shastravasya? Shastravasya meaning controlled people by sciences, that is Vedic sciences, or Karma Bhubi Gatarana, Uchita Adhikari Va? Are they the rightful persons who are performing perfectly the actions on the earth? Or gods can come and go to the earth. They can come to earth and go to heaven back. But are they included? No. So we must not be under the wrong impression that we are included under Naraha. So now go when you think of the previous paragraph, you will find that two terms we must be qualified. By two terms, we all of us must be qualified. How should we qualify by ourselves? Namely, performing all actions perfectly on the earth. Number one, it is impossible. The second one, we must be controlled by the Shastras, sciences. Neither we do that, nor we do this. Most of us, I'm not talking about. So now you divide the human society in three groups. So we as the last group, and first group is Shastravasya, second group is Karma Bhumi Gatarana Uchita Adhikari. I'm talking in the same terms of Vedanta Deshika because it's very easy to understand, and when I repeat the meaning, we all can be clear about the import. So we must remember these terms so that we will also refer to it later. Here, so that's why the people who have right in the sense, not only right, R-A-G-H-T, but also they do the rights, R-I-T-E-S. And they do it correctly. And because they do it correctly, we appreciate them. This is the second group. Third group. The first group is us, what you call in the ascending order, in quality. We are the lowest quality people. The next one is Karmaka Bhumi Gatarana Uchita Adhikari. The next level, higher level. The next highest level will be Shastravasya. We need not say about Shastravasya as those who follow the discipline of action, devotion, total surrender, and wisdom. We need not elaborate like this. Shastravasya meaning controlled by sciences. They will be doing everything right. So here, now the problem I told you is we are not. We are not. Therefore, if adhikari durlabhan enkira arthamum thoற்றுகிறது. When it is anonymously referred to, yo naraha, yavanoruvan naran, in Tamil, somebody who is a human being, meaning we are not able to point out who is Shastravasya and who is Karma Bhumi Gatarana Uchita Adhikar. I remind you, because Kesavadas Swami can easily swallow all these terms. Whereas to digest these terms, we need a lot of efforts. Here, because it is Deshikas, Swami Deshika's terms, to digest them, he himself says, Swami Deshika himself says, Pundiyil Kolvadum. In one of his Tamil Prabandhams, he says, Potri Puhalvadum, Pundiyil Kolvadum. See, we can do lip service. We can adore the God. But should we keep it in our stomach, belly? We must digest the idea. The devotion should be in the belly, not in the mouth. So here, that's why, if adhikari durlaban enkira arthamum thoற்றுகிறது, the negative meaning will be, this kind of person is very rare. Very rare, R-A-R-E. So either this karma bhumikatarana uchitadhikari or Shastravasya are rare. It is very difficult to find such people. Now, so what does the Lord do? The Lord has the responsibility to convert ordinary human beings like us to become either of this, namely Karma Bhumikatarana Uchita Adhikari or Shastravasya. Now, is there a difference between Karma Bhumikatarana Uchita Adhikari and Shastravasya? There is a little difference. There is a little difference. How? Because Uchita Adhikari, a rightful person who is performing the discipline of action correctly, and or whereas the Shastravasya is following all disciplines correctly. Whereas Karmavasya is the Uchita Adhikari. He is only Karmavasya. He follows Janaka, the king of Mithila. Karmanaivahi samsiddhim asthita Janakadayaha. Bhagavad Gita statement. The King Janaka followed only the discipline of action. Our duty is to follow the discipline of prapatti, total surrender. Because it is the easiest. Now, so what does the Lord do? The Lord does two things. One, does the adhikari or does the rightful person do at the right time? What is the right time for each of us? God decides, and we also can decide with His blessings. Now, the practical problem, what we see today is Samashayanam may be done in the young age, and Prapatti, of course, Samashayanam includes Prapatti for Tengalai Sampradaya people, whereas Vadagalai Sampradaya has got Prapatti, then Prayaschitta Prapatti, and so on. This is done in the ripe age, later age, exactly after 60, after retirement from job. Sometimes we don't retire also from job. Doctors, lawyers, engineers, they don't retire from job. So here, so then they postpone this Prapatti Yoga. Nor do they do Karma Yoga, Jnana Yoga, and Bhakti Yoga. Now, again, are we fit for following any discipline? Are we equal to Janaka, or can we imagine to become equal to Janaka, King Janaka? Or those who are following Jnana Yoga, can we become equal to those people who can do Jnana Yoga? Or those can become equal to people of Bhakti Yoga? These three are normally not possible. Whereas Prapatti, do we have right for Prapatti? Yes, all of us have right for Prapatti. And therefore, then he will say, you are ready, you are fit for Prapatti. God will give us a certificate that you are fit for Prapatti. Adhikaratayam. Sodit, he tests us. T-E-S-T-S. He tests us. And how do we test? One step is there, one method is there. So now all of us must feel helpless. Our helplessness, our attitude of helplessness is the first qualification. And therefore, God remembers this first qualification, whether he is at least qualified by the first level, first step, Akinchanana, இவ் அதிகாரியினுடைய, he feels that we are all people who have right to do prapatti, and therefore we have got rights. We can claim rights, but we must feel helpless. Then next one is, what is our duty, special duty? Kritya Visheshatai. Lord allots us according to the time and our attitude towards becoming qualified, and looking at us helpless, then he will delegate us. He will allot us some duty. Kritya Visheshatai அருளிச் செய்கிறான். So what is the duty? What is the duty allotted to us? Smarta. Very easy to say. Smarta. We remember. We are all rememberers. We all have memory. So people with memory. Whom do we remember? Only Lord, nothing else. So what do we do by remembering? What do we do by memory? Upasanam. So remember the Lord in every action, and therefore say the name. Literally is chant, recite the name. Upasanam. Upasanam includes dhyanam, meditation, silent way of saying, silent utterance of the names of Lord. So Upasanam pole. Upasanam also can, I think, have varieties, lot of varieties. Upasanam is a very big subject topic. So Upasanam pole, he says, just like Upasanam, just like the meditation. Prapatanamum Shastra Janya Jnana Talavanrike. So now we have come to this point, namely total surrender. Prapatanamum. Prapatanam is falling down well. Pra means well, patanam is falling. So falling down well, literally and figuratively, to the divine feet of Lord. So what is it for? Shastra Janya Jnanam. It will give rise to, when we fall down at the divine feet of the Lord, then it will give rise to wisdom. Where is the wisdom? It is contained in the scriptures. Shastra Janya Jnana Talavinrike. Is there any limit to the wisdom that we must learn? No, there is no limit to the wisdom. So try to acquire some. We try to acquire some. So that's why Alavanrike. There is no limit of the wisdom. provided by the Shastra, namely scriptures, to us who have surrendered to the Lord by remembering Him always 24/7. We will go to page 15. Mamekam Sharanam Vraja. So it is not enough that we remember Him. We must approach Him. We must resort to Him. We must go to Him as a last resort. No. We must resort to Him as the first resort. We used to say, when a teacher's job is applied for, they search all other avenues. When they are not able to get any job, they apply for teacher's post. There is a Tamil proverb, negative proverb, Vakkattavan Vadyar Velai Seivan. Pokkattavan Police Velai Seivan. If there is no other job opening, then we will become police. Police in the sense security, controlling others and so on. Now, Lord suggests, already Lord found out that we have a special duty to perform. Kritya Visheshate Aruli. That's what we saw in the last paragraph. Assessing the right time and the right place and right attitude of the devotee, namely the total surrenderer, he says, Mamekam Sharanam Braja. Now remember the Sarvadharman Parityajya Charma Shloka of Krishna, which is included under Charma Shloka of Varaha. This is beauty here. Because as we all of us know, the three Charma Shlokas of three incarnations, since we are latecomers, so we can always understand all of them are mixed up. Sakardeva prapannaya tavasmi chayachate abhayam sarvabhutebhyo dadamyetat vratam mama. Again, statement of Lord in the incarnation of Rama. In the incarnation as Rama and as Krishna Sarvadharman Parityajya, though given to an individual called Arjuna, it applies to all of us as all of us know very well. So, Mamekam Sharanam Braja, it is not an ordinary statement from a friend of Arjuna. He is not our friend, though we can say, Tvameva Mataja Pita Tvameva, Dvameva Bandhuscha. That's why Ramanujacharya avoided Sakha Tvameva. He said, Gurus Tvameva. Please see the change in Sugurdam Sarvabhuta. Right? There are so many statements. Lord Krishna is free to say all these words, but as all of us we know, the Navavida Sambandham, 9 types of relationship, though Sakha is one of them, one of the 9. Sakhyam Atma Nivedana. Sakhyam is last but one. First one is Archanam Vandanam Dasyam, second half. Shravanam Kirtanam Vishnoho Smaranam Pada Sevanam. We are now at the stage of Pada Sevanam. Archanam Vandanam Dasyam Sakhyam Atma Nivedana. The last but one step is only Sakhyam. Sakhyam, of course, we will take liberty, we will have freedom with the Lord, but we are experiencing the freedom with the Lord. We do anything and ask for pardon from Him. That's different. But what is this? Mamekam Saranam Braja. It's as Keshavdas Swami and Rajagopalan Swami can even understand that they are studying Sanskrit, it's called the Lot Lakara, imperative mood. Vraja meaning imperative mood. Order, command, strict command. No instruction. Order cannot be disobeyed. Lot lakara can be disobeyed, whereas not lot lakara. When it's a very serious order. Government order, what you call the universal government order, which cannot be transgressed.
No,
Therefore,
sometimes it is. At least you please do. You please do to save yourself.
no, this is I give 6 meanings. Let me do, let me go. Vraja means let me, so you go. It's actually Madhyama Purusha, second person. Therefore, we cannot say let me go. So may you go, please go, please go, please resort, go, approach. Then you should go, you ought to go, you must to go. You have no other to go. You have no other to go. No other go to go. Because no other go is wrong English. I want to tell you. So you cannot use the expression you have no other go. So here 6 meanings are there. But here it is the order. Why it is said? Because it is because of Swami Deshika. When you look at the next line, Engrabadiye Vidheyama Again, remember, lot lakara becomes vidiling lakara, potential mood. There is no translation into Tamil, Bharadwaj Swami, for these two. Lot lakara, fortunately, is translated into English as imperative mood. Imperative meaning compulsory, mandatory, unavoidable. Whereas vidiling lakara, potential mood, we don't have translation into Tamil. Kattayam arkano. Lot and vidhi are both kattayam. செஞ்சுதான் ஆகணும், இல்லைன்னா கிடையாது. நீங்க இவர் சொல்ற மாதிரி, ராஜகோபாலன் சொல்ற மாதிரி, டு சேவ் யுவர் செல்ஃப். ஐ டோன்ட் வாண்ட் டு சேவ் மை செல்ஃப். Some people told me, I think in the last session also we discussed, some of us need some more births. We ask for, we plead for some more births. Though two Alvars said, மரணமானால் வைகுண்டம் கொடுக்கும் பரம், விண்ணகம் பெறுவது மன்னவர் விதியே. All rules are there. அப்போதைக்கு இப்போதை சொல்லி வைத்தேன் அரங்கத்தரவணை பள்ளியானே. We are ready to do it. We don't want us antima smriti and so on. But we are not ready to die. We are not only after death, we want to come back here. So there are so many wonderful things. Wonderful.
Is not optional.
Is it?
Whistling is not optional. It is not like lot.
Vidiling, no option. At least lot lakara has 6 options, whereas vidiling has no option. Vidhi means rule. Rule is a rule. When you breach the rule, you say, English proverb, rules are always observed in the breach rather than in practice. Especially traffic rules. We don't follow. Rules are there. So rule is to be followed. Why should there be rule? Rule is to be followed. So it is not, so vidheyama irupadu. What about Ashirling? Ashirling is only a wish. Ashirling is only a blessing. Ashirling is only a blessing. You live long for 100 years, I say. Would it happen? Would it be true? If it comes from the mouth of a very, what you call Shastravashya man, it can happen. Of course, we wish Shatamanam Bhavati, we say. Blessing is there. Be free from trouble. People will say, be free from trouble. Sarva Mangalani Bhavantu. Will it happen? According to the karma theory, they may not happen. So, vidheyama iruppadoru smriti visheshamahiyale. When we remember this sentence, Mamekam Saranam Raja, as the rule, vidheyama iruppadoru. Again, we are called vidheyas. Please remember, we should be obedient. We should follow rules. Videyaha, this is a word that we use in letters. In writing letters, we write the last word before the signature, Videyaha. Then I sign my name. Videyaha meaning I will execute your orders. You tell me, give me instructions, I will perfectly do it. Are we doing it? No. So Videyatvam. So Videyama irupadu. So it comes from Vidhi, rule. So Smriti Visheshamahale, because we must remember these four words, Mam Ekam Saranam Raja, Smriti Visheshamahale, special memory must be allotted to this sentence, and therefore, Inge Avideya Jnanavadigalukku avakasham illai. The categorical statement by Swami Deshika is, suppose you are disobedient, suppose we are all disobedient, we all have wisdom, we are wise, we have become ripe in knowledge. In Jnana Yoga, we have completed our Jnana Yoga successfully, but there is no place for us. We cannot go to the Lord's feet. So because we are disobedient, we are aware of the rules. We don't follow the rules. That's why traffic rules, I said. One way is there. Then when there is no policeman available, we go. We know the timings of police availability and then cross the one way in the opposite direction. This is only a small example. Kalatita prayashchittarghya pradhanam karishye. Today I am also doing the same thing. Taking the concession of the rule, namely, we can get expiated from our sin. We do atonement for the sin by saying, instead of giving the argyam in the right time, we say, Kalatita prayashchittarghya pradhanam karishye. 3 in the morning, 2 in the afternoon, and again 3 in the evening. When we skip time, what do? One more Argya Pradhanam, one more Gayatri, and one more water offering will be the representative, or rather expiatory act or remedial measure to the wrong that we committed. So, Avideya Jnanavadi, we know that it should be on time. Argyam must be offered on time. And all of us know that Argyam before sunrise in the morning, Argyam before noon in the afternoon, in the midday, and Argyam before sunset in the evening. And the Upasthana mantra must be recited after the sunrise in the morning, after the sunset in the evening, after the midday meridian in the afternoon. Are we doing it? So again, performing the ancestor ceremony, Shraddham, Divasam, Pitrudinam. We have to perform it after 2. Start the performance after 2. Can we remain hungry till 2? At least till 2. So in order to start, Kutapa Kalaha, they say. Kutapa Kalaha. Are we? So we take concessions. On Dwadashi day, when it is Alpa Dwadashi day, when the Dwadashi is very little in time, then we have the concession that to perform Madhyanikam before the usual time. We need not wait till noon. We just do it by even 6 o'clock in the morning. So when there is no Dwadashi, what should we do? Last time when there was no Dwadashi at all, it was only Trayodashi on Dwadashi day. It was Shravana Dwadashi also, the previous day. Ekadashi also was combined with Shravana Dwadashi. So should we take breakfast only on Dwadashi day, which happens to be just Trayodashi day? We are confused. We are all what we call transgressing all rules. but we know the rules. So Jnanavadi, we argue with others about rules. Ekadashi, we must fast. We advise others. But what about our own actions? Avakashamile. There is no opportunity to come into this group. When we say Mamekam Saranam Praja is being studied all the time by Upasana. So in the Smriti, now while we remember this sentence, rather Varaha Charma Shloka, Rama Charma Shloka, Krishna Charma Shloka and so on, Avrittiki Jnapakam Illamayalum. How many of us repeat Rama Charma Shloka? How many of us repeat Varaha Charma Shloka? Only Krishna Charma Shloka is in the habit. We are repeating Sarvadharman Parityaja in some occasions, on some occasions. There is in only special occasions we recite Varaha Charma Shloka and Rama Charma Shloka. And therefore what happens? We forget them. Jnapakam illamayal. What for? We lose our memory because avrittiki, to repeat. Even to repeat the Charma Shloka of Krishna, we forget. And then Prakaranantarangalile, Sakrit Saptadigalal, Anavritti Kanghayalum. Now, in other contexts, taking the Charma Shloka in the incarnation of Rama, Prakaranantarangalale, meaning in the different contexts, Sakrit, once, the word once is not taken very seriously. Why? It is not repeated. It is not often said. Why? Because in Shiva Vaishnava Sampradaya, we don't do only once. Of course, Tengalai and Smartha Sampradaya. In Vadagalai Sampradaya, we bow to the Acharya, the God, 2, 4, 6, 8, even times only. To the sannyasi, we do 3 times, odd. 46th Adishinger himself told us to the Narasimha Priya that 3 times one should prostrate before a yati, a recluse, a monk. 2 times for all, or on even times for all. But the Sakriti will be wiped out. Sakrideva Prapannaya. Now we are talking about Sakrit Prapatti. The Prapatti must be done only once. People always mistake it as Sakrit Pranama. Salutation in only once. Salutation once only. That's what our misunderstanding. Now I am clearing my own misunderstanding because I presented as. So here the salutation involves only 2 for Vadagalai Sampradaya and 1 for Tengalai Sampradaya, in the sense they say that Ramanujacharya himself has totally surrendered to the Lord, and therefore there is no need for the present human beings to surrender at all. That means the Samashrayanam is enough. Samashrayanam includes Prapatti, there is no separate Prapatti. That's what they say. Ramanujacharya did it for us. Ramanujacharya did it for 10 generations earlier and 10 generations afterwards. So 21 generations he has included. Are we belonging to within the 10 generations of Ramanujacharya? Definitely not. Therefore, we are not following Acharya's instructions. We give misinterpretations to the word Sakrit. Sakrit means once. In Sanskrit, you can put it A in the, as a first letter and say Asakriti means often. Asakriti means often. So Anavritti Kandhyalu. Sorry, no repetition is done for the word Sakriti. So Inge, in this context, Sarvakalatilam Sarvakumam Ingeyalum. So we said earlier, Yaha Naraha will apply to everyone. will include everyone, can include everyone, and therefore sarva kalatilum, at all times we can do total surrender. No specific time is fixed for total surrender. For example, Vibhishana, only when he was accosted, when he was blamed, he realized that he should not remain with Ravana anymore. And then he came. Sugriva, troubled by Vali, his brother, realized that nothing can be done against Vali, and therefore, at the last moment only, when Rama arrived only, he did not come to Rama in Ayodhya and pleaded. Hanuman could have said, Hanuman is a very good minister to Sugriva. Let us all go to Ayodhya and fall at the feet of Rama and get relief from Vali. He could have done it. So they choose some time. There's no time for total surrender. The sages in the forest in Ramayana waited for Rama. They already came to Ayodhya, surrendered to Rama and went back. And that was the choice of the Lord Rama to protect them in the forest after coming there. He chose time. Lord chose the time. Sages did not choose the time. Sages could not choose the time. Even as surrender as we cannot choose the time. The problem is he must choose our time. Therefore, so you find that Sharanagati in Ramayana is by place and time. And it all was the will of Lord Sriman Narayana only. He only played the game. He only made everything impossible or possible. So let us avoid this philosophy. Remember the time and place. Sugriva came late. Vibhishana came late. You can say that. So late, they are late. They should have come earlier. So sarvakalatilum, sarvarukkumai, because it applies to everyone, engayalum. பிராரப்த சரீர அவசானத்தில் மோட்சம் என்று தோற்றுகிற சுவாரஸ்யத்திற்கு பாதகம் இல்லாமையாலும். This is where Vedanta Deshika's statement is applied here. In Nyasa Dashakam, he says, Etad Deha Avasane Mam Tatpadam Prapaya Swayam. So, when should we totally surrender? We have already applied for prapatti and got it from the preceptor. Okay, done. It is done already. We have done. At the age of 30, 40, 60, 70, we have done it already. All of us have completed. My family members, many of my family members on the son-in-law side have not done. My Sambandhi has done. My Sambandhi is done. He is done. He has done prapatti. But the younger lot have not done. So when do we wait? Prarabdha, till what time should we wait? Prarabdha sharira avasanatil. Prarabdha shariram. This body is controlled by the sins committed called prarabdha. Therefore, we have to wait. So sharira avasanatil. Though we have done the prapatti to the law preceptor, our own preceptor, at the end of this body, sharira avasanatil, moksham. Moksham cannot be given now because the Jivan Mukti concept is not in the Sampradaya, Shiva Vaishnava Sampradaya, and therefore we cannot be a realized soul and still live here. Therefore, at the end of this body, when this body falls down, moksham is assured. So, endu தோற்றுகிற சுவாரஸ்யத்திற்கு Swami Vedanta Deshika says swarasyam. It is interesting. When we ask for something which we really want, need it immediately, we don't get it. That's the swarasya. That's not it's not what you call, it's a cruel irony, but we cannot get it. So swarasyam it is very interesting. Somebody told me, long life is for a sinner. Papi chirayuhu. My friend told me a proverb in Sanskrit. Papi chirayuhu. A sinner will live long. So that doesn't mean good people are sinners who live long. So let us not take the what we call the argue in vain. So சுவாரஸ்யத்திற்கு பாதகம் இல்லை. So Varaha Charma Shloka. Aham nayami mad bhaktam paramam gatim. Here he leads us to the highest goal. So it is not we, never we. Because of Satvika Tyaga, we never do anything on our own. Anena Atmana Kartra. So by this individual soul doer called, we do prapatti. He does prapatti. So பிராரப்த சரீர அவசானத்தில் மோட்சம் என்று தோற்றுகிற சுவாரஸ்யத்திற்கு பாதகம் இல்லாமையா. Then you have ஸ்வயத்ன சாத்திய அந்திம பிரத்யய நிரபேட்சத்தை சொல்லுகிறார். It's a antima smriti varjanam, about antima smriti varjanam. So Alvar's statements are our proof. So we must read before this sentence, namely Tuppudayar is the name of the title of the decade, DECAD, 10 Pashanams of Periyalvar, Vishnu Chitta. So Tuppudayar of Vishnu Chitta should be studied. Finally, the final words are Appodhik Ippodhe Solli Vaithen Arangattaravanai Palliyani. When we understand this, then we can go through this. Nirapekshatayaadi. It is not required for us to remember the Lord at the last moment.
ராமானுஜதயாபாத்ரம் ஞான வைராக்கிய பூஷணம் ஸ்ரீமத்வேங்கடநாதார்யம் வந்தே வேதாந்ததேசிகம் கவிதார்க்கிக சிம்மாய கல்யாண குணசாலினே ஸ்ரீமதே வெங்கடேசாய வேதாந்த குரவே நமः. வாதித்விப திரோபங்க பஞ்சானன பராக்கிரமா ஸ்ரீமான் வேங்கடநாதார்ய சிரம் விஜயதாம் புவி தீரொன்றதோப்போ திருவேங்கடமுடையான் ஆரொன்று சொன்ன பழமொழிகள் ஓரொன்று தானே அமையாதோ தரணியில் வாழ்வார்க்கு வானேர போமளவும்
ராமானுஜதயா பாத்ரம் ஞான வைராக்யபூஷணம் ஸ்ரீமத்வேங்கடநாதார்யம் வந்தே வேதாந்ததேசிகம்.
कवितार्किकसिंहाय कल्याणगुणशालिने श्रीमते वेङ्कटेशाय வேதாந்தகுரவே நமஹ. சீரொன்று தூப்புல் திருவேங்கடமுடையான் பாரொன்றச் சொன்ன பழமொழியுள் ஊரொன்று தானே அமையாதோ தாரணியில் வாழ்வார்க்கு வானேரப் போமளவும் வாழ்வு.
ॐ नमो नारायणाय ॐ नमो नारायणाय ॐ नमो